bottom line is we have the often quoted McKinsey study says we have a vast majority, like 78% of all the tech that we need. And all that we then need are the innovators and entrepreneurs to be able to solve the final 22%. But we also need to have the policymakers in the front ends to be trying to be deploying 78% effectively. What makes me hopeful is that we can no longer ignore the problem, because we're like, the evidence is abundantly clear around us. It is impossible to say no, climate change isn't something that you think about, because it is an existential crisis. So that is bringing all sorts of different expertises into things and different areas into things. Like one example would be hedge funds. Like hedge funds are now betting massively. They're going out and they're suing car companies for excess emissions. They're taking on the role of what governments should be doing, but aren't, for lots of complicated political reasons, aren't doing. So you've got the finance industry empowering dynamic, mission-driven lawyers to be changing legislation and holding companies in, holding bad actors into account. That also helps to create a generation of legal professionals who might be purpose-driven and who can cut their teeth and really learn about this industry. So then hopefully they'll then be able to go into parliaments and be able to write new legislation. So one example. Another is artificial intelligence. You have a lot of people who are focusing in on the AI space and trying to see how it can be used to optimize energy systems, for instance, or to be testing out new tech, either in quick and cost-effective ways, using AI and machine learning. We have the knowledge, we have the ability. All that we now need is the political will. And political will should come as Generation Z, Generation X, and now Generation A get into more positions of power and influence. Because it's a broad generalization, but it is roughly speaking true that the next generations are far more focused in on the energy transition. Part of it is because of experience of COVID and more of a kind of a sense of the world around us. Part of it is a sense of, unless we do something about it, we have got a lot of years ahead of us where we need to be facing up to this, and we've got children and grandchildren to be thinking of. So there's a new generation that really cares about this stuff, that is really voting in that way, that are voting also with the spending power in that way. With time, this will all be done. The problem is we're in a race against time. Mother Nature is really annoyed with us, deeply displeased with us, and is showing us in pretty severe ways that she's not happy, and she's kicking us, and she's be kicking us harder as time go on. We need to be stopping the war that we're waging with Mother Nature, and to be working together to work on energy transition, biodiversity, and making the planet a more sustainable place.